Yo. Oof. Okay. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. I'm wolfing right now, too. No, not today. Susan, the lighting. Why? Y'all do this shit on purpose? I feel like you do. I feel as if you do. New set. Look at us. How you like it? Dope? Not dope? Went with the cotton candy for tonight because it's cotton candy. Who don't like cotton candy? Y'all don't like cotton candy? You wildin'. I got a photo shoot I got to do today. And lots of paperwork. We are back in business. Let's get right into this podcast. Let's start recording. Let's get into today's show. What's going on, beautiful people? How's your Friday been? I hope it's been amazing. Weather's been funky. We'll get into it. I really didn't know if I wanted to start today's show funny or serious. And maybe I should tell y'all that we're recording already. We're jumping right into it. We're diving in. New set. Am I shiny? I feel shiny. Like I need to do the paper thing where they unshine me. Oh, yeah. If you can't hear the music, you got to head over to Apple Podcasts and listen to the show there, or Spotify. If you want to hear our music show that's not a radio show, head over to Spotify every Saturday, exclusively on Spotify, Riding with Kasabian. And we'll be playing a lot of music like this because tomorrow's 9/11. We'll get into it. Just got to talk over this song. It's a long song. We cut it short. I kind of like it. Y'all like it? I like it. Dun, 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 dun. It's Kasabian Lavoe wine. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas. And from behind the microphone, my name is Kasabian Lavoe. And I think I said Kasabian Lavoe like 17 times. I still just can't figure out where to fit in that line. So, all right. So if I start again, I'm like, yo, what's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back. Live from Las Vegas. Behind the microphone where I'm supposed to be. With talent on loan from God. My name is Kasabian. Welcome to this beautiful Friday. And it's humid again. And you know, in this concrete building, I sweat like a refugee. Like if I was leaving the island. And that's what it feels like. Like it literally felt like Puerto Rico today. I was driving 1 minute, leaving school, and the sun was out, and it was pouring rain with the sun out. And then I bent the corner, and it wasn't. Bent another corner, and it was. It was flash flooding by my house. I was so amazed at how quick everything changed. Like it was Vegas in a boom, blink of an eye. Anyway, some lady got hit by a concrete truck in Europe or something, and she survived. Useless information. All right, on today's show, we'll be talking about Biden's vaccine mandates. Does this affect you? How do you feel about this? The Great Resignation. That's the title of today's show, and it's going on everywhere. Are you thinking about quitting your job? Is that something that's crossed your mind? Also, let's talk about the economic update. That wasn't really an update. It was. We'll get into that too, because honestly, it all ties into one another. And then I wanted to talk about Nike's mental health break that they gave everybody in the corporate office, but then they forgot to do like everybody in the stores. We'll talk about that. Also, Rikers Island's going crazy, and what an exciting time if you are a YouTuber from Rikers, because Rikers is going nuts. So shout out to everybody that does K-Solo. Shout out to K-Solo, Rikers Island Stories. It's going to be popping for this guy. Boy, oh boy. And we'll get into it. We'll get into everything today. So Apple skipped the iPhone 13 and went right to the 14. First off, it doesn't look any different. I'm sure performance will be a little bit better, but nonetheless, it doesn't look any different. I'm sure they skipped 13 because in Chinese, 13's bad luck. We're here in Vegas. No casinos have a 13th floor. All the bad luck and whatnot and the superstition behind it. So I'm assuming that's the reason why Apple skipped 13, but they've skipped numbers before and we didn't really say anything about it. But they did show pictures. It's September. It's Apple month. They're going to release all the new stuff now. Hopefully they come up with a fucking touchscreen Apple MacBook Pro, damn it. I would love a MacBook Pro with a touchscreen. Like, it's time. What is the point of not giving me that? If you give me the ability to have my laptop with me so I can edit my video, but at the same time use an Apple Pen and edit and do art and other things that I want to do, bro, save me the fucking hassle of having 2 devices all the time. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I just want to get it off my chest. It bothered me that they're talking about the new phone, and I'm like, look, honestly, the laptop is weak as shit. Can we have a serious conversation? Apple hasn't done nothing new to the laptops. They haven't invented anything new. They haven't changed the game. Honestly, they've been pretty blah since the last little rinky-dink update with that stupid bar. Not a game changer, guys. Make the screen touchable so we can just do things. Like, what is the point of not? Give it a dope screen, crazy battery life, make it super quiet, super powerful, and bang it out for $4,500. You might as well. You're already hitting us over the head. Anyway, that's my rant for today. And that's the show. I'm going to go play. Oh, I'm joking. All right, so Biden's vaccine mandate. Now, if you've seen what's going on, a lot of people are kind of like up in arms. It feels like we're being forced to do something we don't want to do. So this pulled quotes from USA Today. President Joe Biden took the most aggressive action yet in his fight against COVID-19. In his fight against the COVID-19 pandemic Thursday, ordering employers with more than 100 or more workers to ensure the workforce is entirely vaccinated or face weekly COVID testing. So the testing is going to come out of your pocket if you're the employee. That's asinine. And they keep on making it seem like if you get the jab, you can't get sick at all, and that's not the case. Then they say, no, it just minimizes, they're not giving us proper information. And if you've been watching TV, a lot of stars are saying that if you don't have the vaccine, you don't deserve medical attention, or you don't deserve a bed in the ER. No, that's not how that works. I don't believe in that. I do believe in everybody having a choice. But if people are still getting COVID with or without the shot, you got to give us the right information. The last time they said everybody that was in the ICU hadn't been vaccinated. And then they said that information came from the beginning of COVID to this point. That doesn't make any sense if the vaccine's only a couple months old. How are you giving us information that won't correlate, right? If they gave us the right stuff, we would be able to at least identify if, it's real. Are 99% of people in the hospital right now not vaccinated? Is that a statistical fact? They have not fucking said it. Why not? If that's the truth, everybody go get shots. Everybody. It doesn't make any sense not to. What did the Biden I can't even read. I get frustrated. What did the Biden administration order, and is vaccine mandate unconstitutional? What does that even say? Why did I take that? It's like a question and a question. So what did he order, and is this even constitutional? Biden said the Department of Labor, so OSHA, is going to administer an emergency temporary standard that will mandate employers with more than 100. Okay, so if you don't know how having a business works, a certain amount of employees will require new things, as in insurances, different types of standard boards. As OSHA, you have to have inspections for your building. OSHA takes care of all the safety, make sure you have all the proper PPE in the work environment for our employees, so nobody's in a dangerous work environment. Warehouses, we had warehouses, and if you go too high, there's requirements that you have to follow. Now, the fact that they're making OSHA, who goes out for safety, check if everybody's vaccinated, that's like asking if everybody got their flu shot. I don't know. And the idea, too, that you're going to tell people to get tested every week, what would that do? Because you could still test positive with the jab, and then the false positives and false negatives that come from the testing. So what does that really prove? Like, unless you have like an illness and you're in the hospital, you still can be asymptomatic. So OSHA has the power to issue those standards until a permanent standard is developed. Wow. When workers are in grave danger from exposure to toxic substances or agencies or new hazards. Holy shit. This is considered a new hazard? That is amazing. For example, in June, it issued an emergency temporary standard requiring healthcare employers to provide N95 masks and other personal PPE to some employees and ensure social distancing. Now, that's hard to do in a hospital. Nonetheless, they're making their way in there, and this is a good one. The masks is a good one. I think all businesses should provide masks, but mandating the vax that's tough. That one's tough. I didn't even realize how many unions were going to be affected by this. That what if all the employees decide to walk? It's not far fetched. The government itself has a union. What if they decide to walk? What if they say, you know what, we don't want to get this mandate shot because they said everybody that works in the government, they have to get this vax. It's, I don't know what to say anymore. We have no choices. We have to do what they say, and they can't even chew gum and walk. So the Great Resignation, what is that, Kasabian? What's the Great Resignation? Is it a real thing? And as an 80s baby, I say all the time, we have suffered the most. We have gone through the most, everything from economic catastrophes back to pandemics to terrorist attacks to the longest war in our history. We have survived it all, and this is just another one. Now, I'm going to give you what Forbes is saying, and then I'm going to give you my take on it because, to be honest, matter of fact, let's go with my take first. So what's going on is that a lot of people realize during a recession, one, I can work from home, and a lot of people change jobs. One. Two, a lot of people realized that their job was useless, and it didn't really do anything for them when the time came. And in reality, you realize that you never negotiated your contract. Everybody signs a blanket contract. You do what they say. And we've never even thought that we should negotiate or try to fight or change what's in our contracts at work. We want more freedoms because there's more information. With more information comes more freedoms. And as employers, we have to be prepared for what's to come from employees. So at this moment, when people realize that one missed week will leave you dead broke, you don't want to leave your house. It doesn't make sense. Right now in Las Vegas, if you go work a minimum wage job, you cannot afford an apartment by yourself. You have to have at least a 650 plus credit score. This is average numbers for credit scores. It's not a fixed number. Anywhere from 6 to 700. They've been leaning towards 700 in credit scores here in Las Vegas. Also, they want 3 times the rent. Well, average income doesn't really equal 3 times the rent when rent right now is going anywhere from 13 to 1700 on your average home, single family home in town. Honestly, most rents is like $1,800 and up. Like, they're not on the low end anymore. I haven't seen many. And most people that try to get rentals don't even qualify. They don't make 5 times, 3 times the rent with a 700 credit score. Honestly, if they had that, they should just buy a home because it'll be cheaper to pay the bank than pay rent. Rent is gone. I have a client right now. Their rent just got bumped up from $1,700 to $2,900. Like, what are we doing out here? Think of it if that was you. You're paying almost $3,000 a month in rent. Your job doesn't even pay you $2,500 a month. What's the point of going to work? I might as well stay here. Y'all couldn't kick us out before. Why would y'all kick us out now, right? You see, people start to see the real, and they start to understand there's other ways to make money. A lot of people become entrepreneurs. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm stuttering. A lot of people have become entrepreneurs, right? They started working from home, and then they quit their regular jobs, and they understood, I don't need to work at that job. I could do something from home that's going to make me just as much money and be more beneficial, right? They started OnlyFans. They started podcasting. They started selling merch. They started making things out the house, and they were making way more money, a lot better, and more freedoms. And then, crypto investments and everybody that was doing all the Bitcoins and even the NFT boom, that's changed a lot of lives. That Deutsche move was huge. The GameStop was huge. A lot of people were affected by these things, and they realized, well, if I got to go bust my ass every day to make pennies, and the richest people in the world, or the richest people in the United States come from the money moving industry, right? Hold on. Let me explain. If you are an investment banker and you move people's money from account to account and you help them grow and invest, you will become a multimillionaire very quickly. That job doesn't take much legwork, just all up here. But it's learnable, not as hard as they make it seem. And they've always made it seem very, 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 very hard. And it's not. And it never really has been. It's one of those things that my grandmother used to always tell me that, like, you're supposed to listen to a person in a suit. And I was like, no, it's weird. I don't want to. I feel like listening to a person in a suit just because they're wearing a suit is dumb. You know what I'm saying? So with that, when you listen to people that work on in the market, when they're investors and they're penny stocks or they're day traders or they're, big time real estate investors, they're so far removed from what everyday life is. Like, their numbers are insane. They never talk regular numbers. Where is that thing at? There it is. They never, $500,000 conversations and up, right? And that to them is normal. That is what they consider a regular everyday conversation. And some people can't even fathom those numbers. Some people sit around and talk $20 million, $30 million conversations all day, every day, and they can't fathom that a person can't pay their bills. It's very difficult to comprehend that lifestyle, but it's not hard to be able to adjust and fix things. I always go back to this documentary on Netflix. I was talking about inequalities, and the guy owned a pillow factory. And in this pillow factory, he's a multi-billionaire, super, super, uber wealthy, and he pays his employees what he calls a reasonable salary, which is comparable to other pillow makers in the industry, right? That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. He says, I'm a billionaire. I can't spend it all. There's only one me. I can only buy so many cars. I can only live in so many houses. I can't spend it all to put it back in the economy. He's hoarding it. Well, why can't you just pay your employees more? You know, Berkshire, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. And you'll hear Warren Buffett say, yeah, I don't pay enough in taxes. But there's no law that says you can't pay more. There's no law that stops any job from paying an absorbent amount of money. Now, in business, there's a price to pain point, right? Meaning you kind of have to pay people just enough to keep them working for you. You can't overpay them because then they'll be like, I don't want to do this shit. This is too hard. I'm out. And then there's like a sweet spot. Unfortunately, we've lost the sweet spot. Like, we've been under $20 for about 50 years. I think that, honestly, I don't believe in minimum wages either. I think we should just let people get paid according to what their value is, which in my eyes, if we average an employee's value right now per hour according to what they're doing productivity wise, I think it's anywhere from $28 to $30. I don't think it's $9 or $10, and that's everywhere. Some places it may be even higher. You see, but because the government allows a minimum wage, I mean, you kind of plug in the numbers in your business and it's an easy negative right away. Like, you're not even calculating for what the human aspect of product is providing for the business. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a real tricky thing in economics, and they always want to make this shit seem like if it's these evil capitalists, and it's not. Like, they were talking about the food shortage. God forbid they say how much money they've overpaid in food stamps. That affects food pricing. They said that all the slaughterhouses and the people that send out the food and whatnot are running up the prices and they're gouging. Are they really gouging? They have to make up. The chain fell apart, right? So they have to catch back up. They killed a lot of cattle. They killed a lot of pigs. Killed a lot of animals. A lot of milk. A bunch of shit went bad because we couldn't use it. Nobody talks about that. It's inflation. The dollar's worthless right now. You have to spend 4 or 5 to make it seem like you spent 1. The dollar is worthless. We are losing value. When you put more money into food stamps, you will drive food prices up. If you get rid of food stamps, food prices will go down. That is a fact. Food prices will not stay up if nobody's paying. The stores will have to adjust. The farms are going to have to adjust. We have to stop funding California's water bill so that we can take care of our people. That's the problem. They don't say these things. So yes, is the Great Resignation a thing? Yeah. In America alone, 3.9 million people quit their job voluntarily in June. 3.9 million just said, fuck it. What are you going to do? I don't make shit here. I don't want to leave my house. There's no point. I'm not leaving. I'm not mad at them for that. This Forbes story is pointless to me because it all makes sense. You know, at one point in time, you used to be able to go out, get a job, get an apartment, and live a decent life off a regular fucking gig and like work your way up. It doesn't make any sense what these companies are asking for. Yo, a carpenters union to go set up booths at fucking conventions is asking for like diplomas, degrees, and all these other things. How about just able-bodied people that can get the job done? What the fuck does a high school diploma have to do with me screwing up a fucking board and using some nails and shit? I'm telling you, the smartest and the most wealthiest people that I know in this world didn't finish school. They dropped out. You're gonna tell me my multi-million-dollar friends and shit that are I mean, it's beyond me the riches that they've been able to make without having any education, according to you. Like, why make it harder? This is insane to me. It isn't like I need 7 years experience to do some shit that you don't even have 7 years experience doing. Like, how old am I supposed to be to get a job? Like, do you want me to start my first job at 40? That shit's wild, yo. All right. The Great Resignation's real. This shit's happening. People are leaving. Nobody gives a shit. And then what happened was that the economy update came out, and it basically tanked the stocks. If you were paying attention to the market crashed, and it's been doing bad all week. The stocks fell on Thursday. Wall Street's logging its fourth consecutive day losses. We've been dropping all week. So if you've been watching, we've been tanking. And honestly, the numbers reflect. The Labor Department data shows it's an oxymoron, right? They said that we hit yet another serious record that workers are quitting their jobs. 11 million positions are unfilled. 11 million are unfilled. But since there's 11 million jobs available, and what we just said, 3.9 million quit, and that was just in June, and there's 11 million jobs available, and only 310,000 people claimed unemployment. That was the new number for the week. So because unemployment is down, meaning people claiming, not unemployment down, just claiming, knowing damn well that all the unemployment right now is dried up. September 1st, employment dried up. So you telling me 310,000 is an accurate number? No, 310,000 is not even new. It's the people that are fighting to get through. So the economy is not better. They said the economy grew faster than any economy that we've ever seen in the history. No, it didn't. Nobody's wealthier because of your economy. People are wealthier because they made their own way. That's what's going on here. What you're seeing is that people made their own way, and I mean, amazing feats. Now it's just, let's get everybody on the same page. You see what I'm saying? That's what we have to do as a people. We have to spread every bit of knowledge that you have. Pass that shit on. Somebody else can use it. I promise you, this is the time that we have to just bubble up and get away from this, rigmarole of 9 to 5 and figure out the new 9 to 5, because we do need normalcy. Now, we can't all start work at 11 o'clock. Some of us are going to have to work at 6 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 1 in the morning. That has to be a thing. It just doesn't have to be forever. Like, we have to get rid of the dead-end job. How do we stop that? How do we provide education for people that'll put them in a position that even if they do get a dead-end job, they can pivot into something that's better for them? Like, at this point in my life, I need X amount of rentals to have so much passive income that I can do this comfortably and not have to fight with sponsors for more money and da-da-da. Okay, passive income is something you'll learn till you're older. Why don't we teach that in school? I think every child, their first apartment shouldn't be an apartment. It should be a condo that they should buy with their parents. And then you and your child sit down and decide, are you going to live there or use it to make money? In my eyes, I would say at that point, make money. The goal would be to own, 4 condos, own the building. But if you can get your child at 18 to own a condo, rent it out, they're going to be making money as they go to school. They own the building, they can sell it and then use that for whatever, to build their empire and grow even bigger than that. And that's what you help your kids with. Like, fuck all that other shit. Like, you want to help your kids be successful in life financially. Everything else is easy. Heartbreak, you get over it. Weight, you can lose some. Money, we can make that shit and throw it away. But damn it, if it's hard to make, life is hard as shit. That's just that. What else? So Nike, because they're such a progressive company, they wanted to do a mental health break, and they did. They basically gave everybody in their corporate office in Oregon a week off and said, go enjoy yourself, pay vacation, don't trip. See, they forgot that they have like mad stores with shoe stockers and people behind the counter that sell the sneakers every single day. And they probably go through more than everybody in the corporate office, one would think, because, they're the grunt workers of the line. So understandably so, if you're at the bottom, it's going to be a bit harder than the guy in a suit and tie, right? Now, do they not deserve a break? Where does mental health start and stop? Are we going to make it a financial thing? I don't find that fair. I've been poor. I was poor a majority of my life, so I didn't deserve mental health care because I didn't have money. Can somebody help me? I'm trying to understand that. Like, Nike wanted to do something good and they didn't. They should have planned it out better and gave everybody a sweeping week off, or shut down Nike for a week. Be bold, be different. Like, nobody's different. Y'all following the same rules and then complain that nothing is different. But not one fucking business has said, you know what? We're getting rid of our minimums. We're going to pay people accordingly. If you work at a Walmart that makes $30 million a month, this is what your new rate's going to be, because you're going to get paid according to what you're worth. See, we don't get paid according to what we're worth. We get paid according to what they write down. And the government says that $9 an hour, $10 an hour is enough to live when rent is 3 times what you make. You're supposed to make 3 times rent. So if rent's $2,000, you're supposed to make what? Come on, class, do the math. $6,000 a month. Is minimum wage $6,000 a month? Minimum wage is $400 a week, $802, $16 in a month, and rent's $2,000. Now, damn, I don't know. You tell me. Hey, Nike, can I get a break? I can't pay my fucking rent because I got to work here and I got to work at Fila. You mind if I take the week off so I can go bust this OT over at Fila real fast so I can pay some of my bills and catch up while y'all give me this free check? Maybe I'm going to drive some Uber and shit on the side, too. While I get this week off, I got time. I can go push Uber for a little bit and stack up. You see, that's the hustler's mentality. Get the fuck out of there. See, but Nike thinks, no, we going to let the suit and ties take a break. They need a break. You motherfuckers don't look past in front of you, bro. I always tell people at the bottom, look up and then think about the problems from the top down so that way you can have more understanding. It seems like these people get to the top and forget what's going on at the bottom. Humble yourself and just find out what's going on. You know, is a 2% loss in a region really a loss if everybody in that region now lives a better life? And you have better quality workers, you have better quality employment, you have better, I mean, literally, you can change the entire ecosystem of a city by raising their wages accordingly. I'm not saying go broke. I'm not out here. No. As a business owner, I pay commission based. Most of my businesses are commission based. So I understand that when you hear the government say $15 an hour, you get outraged because, yes, sometimes a fucking cart pusher isn't worth $15 an hour. But the person that could run 7 or 8 cash registers that are self-checkouts and is helping customers put shit away and is keeping everything tidy and has great customer service and is rocking should be making $30+ so that she can still rock and be happy, or he. You have an environment full of pissed off people and you telling me that they happy and they cool. Bro, everybody at Walmart is mad. I hate walking in somewhere and the motherfucker's looking at me like, why you here? Bitch, because I'm thirsty. Like, we were going towards this, like, customer service driven society. You know, with the one-on-ones, the Ubers, the Uber Eats, the things of that nature, literally the customized one-on-one life that we used to have in the 50s, and it went to shit. The greed from Uber, the greed from Grubhub, the greed from all those companies went to shit. You know, the lefty companies that are so inclusive, like, for example, how Lyft pays people what 4% of the entire fucking ride. Like, yo, bro, it's a thing. We've seen these numbers. These companies have ruined the economy, and not only ruined the economy, but they put a dent in what we thought it would be. Like, a system so free should create more freedoms. It hasn't. Bro, it's like there's more gridlock now than ever. It feels like people are in more of a rush now than ever. It feels like people are broker more now than ever. I don't care what you say. You think you living your best life, y'all. Shut the fuck up. I'm the realtor you come to. I know what you make. Stop. Life ain't that sweet. I get it. Trust me, we've called 15 houses this week. You feel me? It's hard to get past the corporations that come out there and virtual signal and tell people that everything is going to be okay because they're going to donate to here and donate to there, and we're going to pay for your college, or we're going to give you $2,000 up front. For what? What's $2,000 up front? You're going to make, if you give me $2,000 up front and you make $4 million off me a year, and all I take home is $27,000, you should be a goddamn shame of yourself. I don't even make a percentage of what I bring to you. If an employee is worth $1 million a year, if their work brings you $1 million in profit per year, I know it sounds outrageous, but okay, let's just say 100,000. Like, why can't we pay percent? And I doubt it. I highly doubt that one person that works at Walmart isn't worth 20 or 30 an hour. I'm leaning more towards 30 and change. Everywhere. Or bring everything else down. Rent's too fucking high. Cars cost too fucking much. What are we going to do? Right? Because it's just useless paper at this point. What the fuck's the point of having a pile of fucking money if it's worthless? Oh, that was Friday. Friday. My name is Kasabian Lavoe. I'm going to go play games with my friends. I'm out. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. I hope y'all like the new set. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wine.